Hello, lovely viewers. This is Swesco Agenda. I'm Patience Owusu, and I'm here to present to you a documentary on the newly renovated chemistry lab. During the launch of the 61st anniversary, a decision was made to give a facelift to the science laboratories in the school. God being so good, a seed was sown by an old student who completed in the year 1967, Piesie George Owusu. He led in the renovation of the chemistry lab. Before we move to the chemistry lab, let's take a look at the state of the existing laboratories we have before the chemistry lab was renovated.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Can you introduce yourself to me?
Okay, I'm Gina Duncan. I'm in Science 2A.
Okay. So this is a new lab, right?
Yeah.
Comparing the other labs and then this lab, which one is more comfortable?
Okay, this is more comfortable than other labs.
Why?
Because most of the equipment we need are here. Compared to the other labs, sometimes the equipment needed for our experiments cannot be gained from that place. So this is more conducive than the other labs.
Okay. You can see you have a setup here. It's like you're about to have an experiment.
Yeah.
What is it about?
Oh, it's about titration. And titration is just the addition of two chemicals, like an acid and a base, to find the concentration of a substance. So let's say in the industry of an FDA, they usually use titration to find the amount of concentration in a product like a cream, whether it's up to the standard or it's more than the standard that's supposed to be in the cream.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Thank you very much for
You're
your time.
welcome.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Can we know your name, please?
I'm Abel.
Abel. Okay, Abel. This is a new lab, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Comparing this place to the other labs, how will you?
So this is the best laboratory I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, it is well equipped, very, very ventilated and very conducive for studies.
Oh, okay. So you study very well.
Very, very well.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for
You're
your
welcome.
Good afternoon, lovely viewers. I am Adre Jiwa, a proud member of Swesco Agenda. I'm here to have a conversation with the HOD of the Science Department of Sojo Senior High School. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm also fine. Sir, please, may we know your name?
My name is Kofi Nyako.
Kofi.
My Christian name is Jacob.
Okay. Sir, please, how many years have you worked in Swesco?
I entered here 99, so about 21 years now.
21. So, sir, you have been working here for 21 years.
Yes.
When did you become the HOD? For
That was
the science
2015.
Okay. So please, this is a new environment, like it's a new lab.
Yeah, that's right.
How was it before this date?
Yes, when I came, we had only 4 benches here, large benches, which was occupying a large space. And only 7 students will sit on one bench, 3 on each side, and 1 at the other end, so 7. So the 4 could have occupied only 28 students at a time. But you know, the classes are large, and you can't say you have to take only 28 students. So we had classes sizes of about 40 to 50. So when they come, you have to occupy all of them here. The only thing you have to do is to get them stools to sit on.
So with what you are saying, I can see it's created a lot of miscomfort and then like disadvantages, a whole lot of disadvantages with the students studying here, crowded and stuff.
Yeah.
How was it like coping with it?
Yeah, it was like just a normal classroom which is overcrowded, right? So when we're having practicals, this place is meant for practical lessons, and when we are having practicals, we have problem with overcrowding, and it is difficult to control the students when you are working with them, and because of that, we have to pair some of the students to work on, for example, the titration experiment that they are doing. You see 2 students or 3 students using one setup for titration experiment. It was inconvenient, and some of the students relax, and the others who want to work. So it was a big problem, right? So most of the time, if the teacher wants to do efficient and effective practical work, sometimes he has to divide the students into 2 and allocate half of the time to each of them. So if he has to work for 2 hours here, you allow 1 hour for half of the students, then another hour for the other half of the students.
Okay. Sir, please, can you tell us a little bit about the renovation? How was it done? Who did the renovation?
Oh yes, we were lucky to have a philanthropist named Piesie George Owusu, and backed by the then president of the old students, that was Frank Denchi Danso, right? So they collaborated, and Piesie George Owusu confided in Mr. Danso to do the renovation, and he voted money for this renovation. And yes, after some time, this place was put up like this, and it is more convenient than previously.
Okay. So, sir, comparing the old to the new one, what were you lacking in the old one and what has been added now?
Yes, the old lab, we were having minor problems. I will call them minor because, but they can be major problems, because one day a teacher stumbled over one wooden slab here, and broke his teeth when he fell on one of the side benches, which was a concrete slab. Yes, he was lucky. He broke the teeth all right, but he survived it. Right. Now, first we're carrying the cylinder all around when there is exams. When there is exams, we have to use 2 cylinders. We have to carry 1 cylinder there, 1 cylinder here, right? And we have to use the movable Benson burners. Is that okay? Now, this lab is not like that. burners are fixed into the benches, right? And our big cylinder, which controls all the burners, is outside the building. If you go outside, you see that cylinder there. We have two big cylinders which supply the lab with all the gas that we need. So students can be on the benches and be working, not maybe confining themselves, maybe 3 or 4 of them confining themselves to one place and work. That one is not going on now. Now we also have a fume chamber. First, the fume chambers were 3 behind that place. There were 3 and they were sitting there like white elephants. They were doing nothing. You can't use them. You only see that these are fume chambers. So when students come here and we are teaching them, you tell them that this is a fume chamber, but they were not working. Right now we have a working fume chamber. Although it is one, we appreciate the one that we are using there. Right, so that is a fume chamber. And previously to the drawers that we were having, you know, we had outlets because there were pipelines laid down here, right? We were having some holes in it and only wooden slabs were on it. So mice and rats were moving through the lab anytime in the night. So we even used traps to trap some of them. And we gave it to biology lab to use them for experiment, right? But and even bees started coming here. There was one time we harvested about 6 liters of honey from honeycombs that bees did in one of the drawers, right? We even videoed it. And we were showing it to our friends that, oh look, by chemistry lab we are producing honey, right? So all those things were here, and it was not convenient. You come and the drawers contain a lot of palm kernels, and you know which the animals that carry palm kernels, rats. You understand, right? So we're having all those problems here. It was not convenient at all. It was not convenient. So this lab has taken off all those faults away, and I think we are more convenient in living in such a place. The teachers are fine. The students, when they come, they find themselves comfortable in working. Right. So these are the few things that I can say about the initial state of the lab before this one was put up for us.
Okay. So how do you intend to manage this place for it to look still fresh like it is now in some years to come?
Yeah, we can do that with the help of the students who come here and with the help of the control from the teachers who come here with the students and the lab technicians who are also helping to work at this place. Right, and I can commend our lab technicians, especially the one who is here, Mr. Hefo. In fact, he controls the students, the way they come here and the way they do their things. Some of them, when they come, they want to write on the bench. And so when you look at on the benches, you see some writings on it. He has controlled them a lot, but you know students, how they are. They always turn around and do what you don't want them to do. So, this place, you want to keep it well. The teachers do well to control the students here. The lab technician, Mr. Hayford, has controlled the students, and the place is still fine. And always, these are marks that we see. Some of the chemicals can remove them, and he makes sure that he makes the student to work on them when he sees that the thing is going too bad.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. But before we go, would you like to say anything to our old students who are watching and then anybody watching?
Yes, I would like to tell the old students that, yes, one person has done this, and I know we have a lot of those persons around there. Yes, we have other 2 labs, that is the physics and the biology lab. which can also be renovated and look like this. So we still need your help. And even that, right now, there's a lot of pressure on the labs because our non-science students, the general arts, the visual arts, the business, and the others, they are all doing practical lessons because they are doing integrated science. They are all doing practical lessons, and it is the doing of the practical lessons for those non-science students. That is why our results in integrated science has improved drastically. Yes, the results has improved in such a way that 2018 we had 100%. About 800 and over students sat for the exams and nobody failed. 2019 we had 99.9%. Only one student failed in the school here. The boy who failed wasn't even coming to school. Right, so if he had done something small in his studies, we could have had another 100%. Right, so in fact, we need another lab, another edifice like this one. And we have a land just close by, the land between the complex and this lab. We can put another lab there. Right, so we need more labs, and we need an edifice which also looks like this. But that one should have a washroom or an emergency washroom, where if we have an accident of a spillage on some people, they can go there and wash immediately. This lab does not have it. Right, we don't have a washroom attached to it. Teachers have to go long distance before they go and maybe do their own private thing, which is not conducive for us. So if we have to get a philanthropist to help us to get another lab, then all those things should be fixed inside so that it will be more convenient to use.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone, the old students and anybody watching, will take whatever you have said into consideration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you all for tuning in today. Before we go, I would like to say please don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page on Swesco Agenda. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also on Swesco Agenda, and hit the bell for notifications of new uploaded videos. Don't forget to also follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, all on Swesco Agenda. It's a bye for now.